Hey guys, it's Vending 1001, and I'm here with a bracket tournament of the episodes of Monsters at Work. So this is a bit of a different video for my channel. So if you like this format for doing sort of rankings for episodes or rankings for movies or shows or whatever, give this video a like and tell me in my comments. Tell me in the comments if you liked it, why you liked it, if you have any criticisms, stuff you would like me to change. So basically, how this is gonna work is I will do my brackets ranking, and then I will tell you my ranking of the actual episodes. So let's get it. The first matchup we have here is episode 1 versus episode 4. These are both pretty good episodes for me. Episode 1 was a really great introduction to the show. I really loved it. You know, seeing the new characters, the new characters weren't all great, but I like seeing like the transition between scaring and joking, like scares and jokesters. Now, but I think I give this one to episode 4. I think it was a really great idea. Yeah, I love seeing a little bowling team. It was pretty funny. One of the funniest of the show, if not the funniest of the show. And yeah, it makes sense also with Tyler's character, that he'd try to start a bowling team to impress Mike so he can become a jokester, because, that's what he wants to do. So, yeah. Episode 4 will move on here, okay? So, since this show has 10 episodes, I'm gonna compare, 3 episodes in some of these matchups, and 2 of them. So, the next one we've got is episode 7, 8, and 9. This was randomized, by the way, so I didn't make it 7, 8, and 9 on purpose. It was randomized, okay? Okay, anyway, so these are all okay episodes. They're definitely down there in terms of my favorite. Not because they were bad, just because as I said in my Monsters at Work Season 1 review, you can go check that out on my channel. I liked more, the more comedic episodes, the more fun episodes. These episodes focused a lot more on character developments, and, Tyler got into a lot of sort of dangerous situations, which isn't necessarily bad, but they don't really do it that well. Like, I don't feel the intensity. I don't feel that they're really high stakes. So these episodes are by no means bad. I don't think any of the episodes are really bad. I just think these ones are definitely not up there on the list. I prefer, when they try to make the episode more lighthearted. But anyways, I think I put episode 7 through for this one. I really liked that they brought back the adorable snowman. And he wasn't just a throwaway cameo. He made an impact on our main character Tyler. There was some character development there with Tyler. So yeah. So episode 7 is gonna move on to the semifinals, and it'll go against episode 4 in the semifinals. So our next matchup is episode 6 versus episode 5. Now episode 6 was okay. In my series review, if you watched that, you might have gotten the impression that I really liked episode 6 because I said that it had like a good idea and all that, which it does, but I don't know, there's just something about episode 6 that I don't really love. I don't know, maybe it was like the sort of creepy vibe, which, I think they did that well. I don't know, there's just something a bit off about it. This one is probably a bit low in the rankings for me. Well, it is. It wasn't bad. None of these episodes are bad, and I think I do like it a lot more than when I first watched it, because if you watch my, actual reactions and review, I don't like it at that time, but I like it more now. But I would definitely give this one episode 5. I love seeing more of Duncan and, letting him be the star of the episode. because I think he's just a really great character. He's got some of my favorite jokes in the whole show. Um, yeah, so and yeah, it was just a great idea for an episode in the show. So yeah, I'm gonna move episode 5 to the next round. Okay, so now we've got a three-way matchup. We've got episode 10, episode 2, and episode 3. So first of all, I'm just gonna start with eliminating episode 2. It's not a bad episode. I think it was decent. We got a lot of the MIF team in this one, which I don't hate the MIF team, but I don't love the MIF team. There's definitely good stuff about this episode. The kind of initiation thing that they had was pretty funny, but I definitely prefer these other two episodes to episode 2, so we're just gonna rule that out. So now it's between episode 3 and episode 10. This one is a close one because these are my top 2 episodes in this show, but I think I'm gonna give it to episode 10. Just because episode 10 was kind of like, it gave me a lot of the stuff I wanted from this show going into it. You know, it gave, we had some like nice moments between, or you know, a nice scene between Sully and Tyler. Which was something I wanted since the start of the show because a lot in common. Top scarers. Now they can't be scarers anymore because they're switching to, laugh power. And yeah, we got to hear like more about why Sully really changed it. We knew, but Tyler himself got to hear it. I really loved that. Tyler became a jokester. Which was something also they loved, because they didn't really go the route, like, straight up, you're not funny. Like, because they did that on Monsters University with Mike, was like, straight up, you're not scary. But that's kind of like, I don't know, I don't really like the messaging that much, in Monsters University, where you're just telling him, straight up, you are not scary. Because anyone can do anything, really. And so, yeah, I like that he found a way to become like a jokester. His hard work paid off. And also, his friends were actually supportive of him. Because before, they're like, what, you're gonna betray us and, like, go become a jokester? All that stuff. But in this episode, they supported him, and I really like that. So yeah, episode 10 is gonna move on to the semifinals. So now on to the semifinals. First round matchup we got in the semifinals is episode 4 versus episode 7. I'm definitely gonna give this one episode 4. As I said before, I like the more lighthearted episodes with, a better idea to it. And yeah, episode 7 is definitely kind of, it's on my bottom half of my rankings list. So yeah, episode 4 is gonna move on to the finale, and it will be joined by episode 10, which in the semifinals going against episode 5. I really liked episode 10, as I said. Episode 5 is also really great, but I mean, as I said before, episode 10 gave me like a lot of the stuff that I wanted from this show going into it. So yeah, so the finale is between episode 10 and episode 4. I'm gonna have to give this one to episode 10. As I said, it's in my top 2 for the rankings of these episodes. Yeah, I just really loved it. Yeah, it didn't have that, it didn't have that, didn't have like a super creative idea. But that's fine. I think it had an idea that really worked with this show, like really focusing on the laugh floor, on all that jokester business, all the actual monsters of work business, with the company being threatened, all that stuff. So yeah, episode 10's gotta win it for me. Yeah. So now I'm gonna tell you my rankings of these episodes. So I'll go from the bottom. I think at the bottom I've got episode 9. Yeah, the idea of it was kind of weird. Like, they brought back Dave, which I guess that was cool because, they didn't just leave leave that detail as it is. And I like that they brought it back when I first watched the episode, but now I'm thinking about it, I think it just worked better as just like a throwaway joke. So second to last place, I'd say probably episode 6, the vending machine. As I said, it's a decent idea. Um, but, I mean, I don't know. I think they could have replaced it with something else. But it's like a creative idea, which is what I like. But I think they could have done better with it, I think. I don't know. There's just a vibe to it that I don't really like. At number 8, we've got episode 8. Yeah, this one was a fun one. I really like seeing Miss Flint's daughter in this one. So yeah, it was a pretty good one. So at number 7, we've got episode 7. Cool. It didn't really have that lighthearted feel that I like. The actual action scene wasn't that cool. I mean, they brought back the adorable snowman, but yeah, I think this one would be is kind of low for me on the list. So at number 6, we've got episode 2. Yeah, I thought the whole initiation thing into the MIF team was funny. Yeah, it was, it's a good episode to start the show with. So at number 5, we've got episode 1. Thought this was a great introduction to the show. So then at episode 4, at episode 5, I love seeing more of Duncan, him getting to be supervisor, him getting to be star of the show. That was cool. So at number 3, you've got episode 4. Yeah, as I said before, it's a great idea. It was a funny episode. So at number 2, we've got episode 3. Mike and Sully were really great in this episode. We got to see like an actual human kid. The actual miffed little job they had, I think, was a really great idea, a really great part of this episode. But then at number 1, we've got episode 10. As I said before, so much great stuff about this episode. It gave me a lot of what I wanted from the show. So yeah, that's it for this episode. This video. Sorry, I've been saying episode so much. That's it for this video. So if you liked it, give it a like and subscribe, all that stuff. And thanks for watching.